The mind can get really powerful. Everything starts with your thoughts. How you perceive things, how you see the world. One thought can change your life. One thought can turn into a feeling, and a feeling can turn into your attitude, and your attitude can turn into your action, which then later on becomes a habit and molds your personality, and finally defines your life. Hi, this is Bettina Dee for another episode of Disclaimer, I am not a psychologist or someone I would say is an expert on mental health, but I myself have experienced the consequences of
chronic overthinking.
And it's not that easy. Whether it's hating myself for something I did 5 years ago, or the endless what ifs and trying to figure out the future.
Or simply deciding on what movie to watch at the end of a very long day and ending up not watching anything because
Nothing really gets to you. I know, right? It's so tiring. It's so tiring. It's so tiring. I used to be ashamed of it, thinking, how and why am I not normal? And that people would judge me for it. All because of the stupid stigma that is linked with mental health. But the upside to everything is that I was able to help myself get through it, one day at a time, one thought onto the next. And so I vowed that one day I will help out people like me who are battling their own darkness every day. And that's why I'm here. And there's nothing more comforting than knowing that I am not alone. You are not alone. Because really, all we need is someone to understand us. And that 73% of people between 25 to 35 years old and 52% of people between ages 45 to 55 are actually experiencing the same thing. But that shouldn't stop us from helping ourselves. Whether it's ruminating about the past or worrying about the future, we need to understand
The danger of dwelling
because clearly it declines our mental health
in a downward vicious spiral.
So Bettina, how do we stop overthinking? Number 1, gratitude. What the Yep, you heard it right. Overthinking is mostly caused by self-hate, self-doubt, self-esteem issues, painful and traumatic experiences, mostly fear. So think about it this way. You cannot have a regretful thought and a grateful thought at the same time. And at the same way, you cannot be in fear and trust at the same time. It's almost impossible. You see, when people doubt, when people are discouraged, their eyes are covered with these black lenses. Because of their pain, they can't see the beauty and the blessings in life. That's why gratitude is so important, because it removes your black lenses for you to see life at a bigger perspective. What really helped me personally is every morning or every night, I write down at least 5 things that I am grateful for that day. The smaller the blessing, the better. Then I thank God for them. It is so hard, I know, and I've been there, but we all need to start somewhere. I'm sure right now you can think of a lot of bad things, especially in this pandemic. Things we lost, things that we can't do anymore. But this crisis should teach us that just by simply being alive and being healthy today is such a big blessing. We just need to take a step back and see life better. Which leads me to number 2, awareness. Overthinking is different from a healthy form of self-reflection. Overthinking is simply dwelling on the problems or negativity, things that we can't control or things that cause us pain. A healthy form of self-reflection, on the other hand, is learning something about yourself or gaining a new perspective about the situation. It is purposeful. Awareness can go a really long way. So be aware that you're overthinking, then ask yourself, how big is this problem that I'm worrying about? What really helped me personally is the 5x5 rule, which is if your problem won't matter in 5 years, then don't go spending more than 5 minutes worrying about it. Acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge your pain for 5 minutes, then let go. Letting go is the hard part, but I learned that there are certain things in life that you just can't control. And if you master that, you win. But if you feel like your problem is just too big, then maybe you can ask yourself, what caused this problem and how can I solve it? How can I change it starting today? You see, it isn't about the amount of time that you spent in deep thought. Because really, the more you think about something bad,
The worse you feel.
and I learned that letting them ruin your day isn't really gonna fix that. Basically, it's choosing where to take your thoughts. Do not give the negativity any power.
You are in control.
I want you to remember this. When there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And this one really helped me, so repeat after me. I am the creator of my own thoughts and my own feelings. I choose how to respond. So yeah, people hate you, your boss doesn't like you, your crush doesn't like you. But choose not to dwell on it. So yeah, choose happiness and infect the world with your smile. Number 3, form a system. Overthinking is something that can happen to anyone. So if you develop a great system, then maybe it can get rid of the negative, stressful thinking and turn it into something useful, something positive. A system is different from a goal. A system is the process, while a goal is the outcome. So, developing a great system means also enjoying even the present time that you're working on yourself. One of the reasons why we think too much is also because we have too much time to think. So, keep yourself busy. These days, there are so many daily self-care tips and ideas all over the internet.
There's yoga and meditation, exercise, staying hydrated, eating healthy. The list goes on.
Find what's good for you. Do something fun. If one doesn't work for you, go find another one. There are also a lot of free online classes that you can take to be more creative and productive. All you have to do is do more research and get moving. But yeah, do yourself a favor and take your time. What people don't get is that sometimes when you've developed that habit for so long, it's just so hard to even get up in the morning when you've already drowned in your own bad thoughts. I am clearly nowhere near perfect. I still have days where I overthink here and there and I panic. But I am doing better every day and I'm really proud of it. You should too. Change doesn't happen overnight. In fact, they say that it takes 21 days to form a habit and 90 days to make a lifestyle. So be patient with yourself, trust yourself, and trust the process. To everyone watching this, I hope you find your happiness. I am rooting for you. We can do this. Again, this is Bettina Dee. Till next time, here on Betslogs.